We tested the 2 standard deviation VWAP to the upside, gamma max, failed, pulled back, filled most of the downside gap, if not all of it. We did fill all of it, I think, right? From our low. Yeah. Filled all of the downside gap, bounced back, retested 50, but failed to cross it into the end of the day. We still have one more day this week. Why that's there. We just mismeasure it. Yeah, we did. So we still have one more day this week. I would say if we fail to gain 50 in the early part of the day off the PCE data, we're probably move back down to around like 57.25 or 30. For ES, it meant a test of the upside of the midterm trends, pull back to the bottom of the trend where we bounced once again. Although this bounce is a little weaker than the prior one, there might be a small chance that this fails in the overnight session. I guess we'd be looking at like 59, 57.98, 75 to fail, and then that delta from that end of day pump would fall back off, and that would be that loss at 40, which would have been so compelling on the intraday. Commodities pretty flat on the day, even though oil was down 300 points. Copper and precious metals were up. Agriculture was up. Metals were up. Some industrials were up. So not that bad. Big drop in the dollar going into the end of the day. Dollar dropped back down to support at 100.5. Yields in turn also fell. I'm not actually sure what drove the move on dollar, but something did. Dollar futures moved down pretty hard. Could have just been a big position moving. Maybe like Fedwire or something like that. Correlation started to turn around in the back part of the day, and NQ does not look particularly bullish going into the overnight session. Carry trade kind of flat on the day. 6-month turned up a little bit. 3-month got leveraged down. The yield curve is reinverting a little, and forward yield on vol is at negative 15.72%. Not any bond volatility to speak of, and correlation continues to turn down. Skew's still pulling back slightly, but there's obviously still a lot of out of the money call hedges, or put hedges rather. Interestingly, that's end of day yesterday, so we can ignore that. Correlation on VIX kind of moving up a little bit. I guess VIX did kind of end the day. Cash VIX ended the day up today, so that's kind of interesting. Fed fund futures dropped quite a lot after this morning's data, down to 0.75. So we're right at 3 rate cuts, pricing out about 0.5. That's actually a bigger move and a little bit more bullish. That came in with the slightly positive GDP and employment figures. So it makes sense that the Fed fund futures would pull back a little bit on that. And I think that's about it. Lots of hmms. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff. Yeah, inflation data tomorrow, but I don't expect any surprises there or anything. Anyway, that's it. I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.